Hello. Welcome, beautiful love light, to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. While in a meditative session, I had this beautiful vision of all of you, beautiful, twinkly, lovely love lights, shining and vibrating and creating this wonderful symphony of sound and your song. It became very clear to me that as an energy source of like healing and love and light myself, much like you are, my role, even though like I call myself an energy healer simply because that's the language in which I find myself using, I don't really view myself as the one who does the healing. You do the healing. I simply open up the opportunity and the space for that to take shape. So again, I'm standing in front of all of you beautiful love lights, this lovely symphony of vibration and frequency and rhythm and melody, as a conductor, right? Kind of keeping time, because that's really all that I need to do as a healer. So that's why I'm a spiritual maestro. That's where that came from, is like a maestro who leads a symphony. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. And I'm also the founder and creator of my business, Heart Rhythm Healing, that I started in 2017 when I became a certified Reiki master. Through that journey, I was, deciding, like, do I want to do this for a business? And I had a 40-minute drive to and from my Reiki attunements every week or every couple weeks. I don't really remember. It was a lot. I spent a lot of time in the car. And I would drive in silence and sort of talk with spirit. Like, I began facilitating that relationship within myself. And I've just cultivated that over the course of the last several years. And while I was, sort of just in this space and state of silence and really like, do I do this as a business? What do I do? Like, lead me. Like, okay. And then I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to do it as a business, what do I call it? And really kind of like spend some time. It took me probably 3 or 4 trips before it like hit me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, Heart Rhythm Healing. That's it. And it's so cool. The richness of like the depth of that name for me and how it has unfolded on my journey has been so fun, because it wasn't my idea. It wasn't my name. Like, I don't claim, it's not me. It's not about me. It's about all of us. It's about the energetics. It's about spirit. It's about the movement of what we're like flowing into. Then it just is so like, I wish people could see it from my perspective and perception, because I fucking love life. I love the craziness, the low points, the like ick, and the things that make me angry. I find gratitude for, because I learn from those things. The things that make me sad and heartbroken, I also find gratitude for those things, because I learn how to be more compassionate and understanding as a spirit having this very human experience. And of course, I'm super thankful for the joy and the peace and all of the like goodness that exists, right? Like, it's all here for our benefit. And I just really want to encourage and consistently encourage people to stay in that flow. We need to be constantly reminded and bathed in these energetics of gratitude and peace, and remembering that, no, this is for my benefit, if I choose to see it that way, when I choose to see it that way. So that's really my role. I dive deeper into that, and I really offer that energetic healing opportunity for you to heal yourself in the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble. And the link is in the description box below. And that's what I do, and I love it. And if that sounds like something that you would resonate with, I mean, you receive it whether you're in there or not. Like, you pay the subscription fee, and that energy comes to you every day. That's what you're paying for. Energetic healing that flows to you for your benefit every day. Now, obviously, the more that you can consciously connect to that, the more beneficial it's going to be for you, because you become conscious and aware of it. However, that energy is going to flow to and through you for your highest benefit, regardless of if you're conscious or unconscious. And my hope and my prayer and my intention is that that highest benefit is you attaining greater awareness and consciousness. So the longer you stay in that space, the more you're going to be like, oh, I get it. I see it. Like I'm beginning to do these things. Anyway, so if that resonates with you, if that sounds like something that you might benefit from, come on over to the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble, subscribe, and every Tuesday I come in there to consciously connect with you, to really steep in those energetics and bathe in that healing. I do card pulls. Right now I'm pulling from this deck, although I'm going to say this and Spirit's probably going to be like, not this week, Jamie, but whatever. This is one I've really been led to most, but I will go with whatever I feel on that particular day. These Spirit cards, it's an oracle deck. I love the artwork of these cards. I love the energetics of these cards. They're giving really awesome synchronistic messages. So they've been working for us in there. Talk about the astrological energetics. I talk about the Mayan Galactic Calendar energetics, which is what I'm here to do today. And we'll get there real quick. I just am, I just get excited, y'all. That's it. I'm super excited for the space that I'm creating. And it is brand spanking new. It is, it's been there. I've been doing it for years. I started the space in, I think, the end of 2009. No, beginning of 2019, right? Was it the beginning of 2020? I started it in February. It was either 2019 or 2020. How sad is that I don't remember? It's one of those years. We'll say 2020 just because I know I've been doing it for 3 years. Actually 3 years next month. Maybe 4, but I know for 3. But it's still very new because I haven't really promoted it because I don't know why, y'all. Fear, maybe. Honestly, I don't think it was the right time. Now's the time. So now's the time that I'm talking about it and sharing it with people. And if it resonates, follow that lead. And if it doesn't, no worries. Like you're not under no obligation at all. I'm simply sharing so that if you do resonate with that and it's something that you want, you know that it exists. And if it's not, no worries. This space is for us to learn together because I'm a student, just like you are, of the Mayan Galactic Calendar. So again, to talk about more of the links that are in the description box below, if you would like to get a calendar to follow along with me, it is good up until July 25th of this year. So we still have a few months left. We're in the 7th month. So we have 6 months left. That's at 13moon.com. There's a link. There's an affiliate link, but it's not mine. It's Cassia's, and her YouTube channel is Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. And her channel is awesome. She's awesome. I love her information. She's a tarot reader and dialed into the energetics and just a really, dare I call her? Anyway, she's a medium of sorts. She's really dialed into spirit and the energetics, and what it's sharing with her aligns with and synchronizes with what I've been thinking and feeling often. So I love her to pieces. I've never met her in person, but I just love her. So check out her channel, use her link. I don't know if it's still active or not, but if she can get some credit for it, that'd be awesome. We can bless her, right? For introducing it to me. If you want to know your own galactic signature, the link to the decoder is in there, 13moon.com decoder, so you can find out what you are. I am a white spectral wizard, so if there's any other white wizards out there, let me know. And if you're a white spectral wizard, please let me know that. That'd be exciting. I would love to connect with you and actually maybe figure out how we can come together and recognize this timelessness that we're supposed to be bringing to the world, right? I'm seeking to understand that more and more. I'm going to read from the astrodreamadvisor.com. So there's a link to the Blue Eagle Wave Spell that we're rounding out. We're on the second to the last day today. So that's exciting. And then there's links to my Facebook, Instagram, the harmonic.us, which is a free space within my own online platform that I have. Because I originally started on Facebook with a Facebook group, and I don't like the energetics of Facebook. However, I also recognize that it is a way to reach millions, possibly billions of people. So I still utilize it, but I don't like the energy on Facebook. I do play in it, not gonna lie. I have my shadow self that not shadow self. I'm seeking to process information on Facebook, and it seems like a good platform to do that. And then on Instagram, I'm way more like posting about my business and stuff. My YouTube channel, and then the harmonic vibrational attunement ensemble. So all of those links are in the description box below. And that brings us to today and the point of today, which is talking about this White Crystal Worldbridger day. It's a day we're talking about death today, y'all. Death. Physical death and ego death. Because that's what the Worldbridger revolves around, is this idea of death. And I think the more that we can align and be sorry, I'm watching this bird out on a branch outside my window. The more that we can be okay with the notion that death is a part of life and really begin to like love and accept that, a major shift, I believe, energetically will happen once people really recognize. Again, I don't know, right? Like there's no way to know for sure, but my feeling is death is not the end. It's just another beginning. So the more we can get people to really like latch onto that and to not hold so tightly to the attachments of our relationships with others. Yes, relationships are super important. Human beings are highly relational creatures. Relationships are what add to the richness and fullness of this life. But the less we can, like, what is it? The 38 Special song, Hold On Loosely, but don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're going to lose control. And I really think like you can lose control of yourself and your emotions when you cling too tightly to another fleeting, fleshly, or even like fleshly entity, because this life is impermanent, it's temporal, right? And what's permanent are the energetics. And the more that we can dive into and seek to gain a better understanding of that, I think the healthier we're all going to be. I could be wrong, but that's just sort of that's my feeling. And I reserve the right for that to shift and change, for me to change my mind, because I've done it multiple times throughout my lifetime, and I really don't see myself stopping changing my mind. I think that change is inevitable, and the more we can pivot and flow with change, again, the healthier and happier we're going to be. So, and recognize like no one belongs to you, right? All right. I'll get off of wow, I've really been going off on that for about 13 minutes now. So here we go. We're going to talk about the Mayan Galactic Calendar, White Crystal Worldbridger Day. And we're going to start at the top level, which is the 364-day cycle. We're flowing through this red self-existing moon year. And I put my thing away. The energetics, I wonder if I can remember. The energetics of this year are are threaded through each and every day, right? And the idea is that we sit and we really like allow these words to flow into our electromagnetic field, our own unique vibration, and like feel through it. Like, what are the insights that bubble up? What are the associations? How do those words make us feel? What memories come up for us? What, like, those are the things that we really want to like seek to like travel through and kind of collect and like pick that fruit and gather it, right? And really like take it inside and then begin to like process and digest it all, right? Like that, get that nourishment out of the food, the vibrational quality of these words. So I have them written down if I have to reference them, but I'm going to see if I can't remember, because we've been talking about this for a while, or I've been talking about this for a while now. Red moon, the code keys of red moon are purifies, universal water, and flow. And then we have the self-existing tone of creation. And this one's a little bit more challenging. So those are define, measure, and form. So again, those 6 code keys are woven into the fabric of this entire 364-day cycle, this spiral of time that we're flowing through, this 13-year wave spell. And I don't even know if that's really what it's called, but we're flowing through that self-existing tone is the 4th. We're flowing through the 4th tone of creation. The next level, we have the 65-day season, and we are in the it's like the red eastern serpent season of instinct. So again, that's dialing into your primal, instinctual, very fleshly human self. If you really want to know more about red serpent, yesterday was a red serpent day, and I dove deeply into that. It might be a good thing for you to dive into. Although that said, we are flowing out of the red eastern serpent season of instinct on this Monday, the 23rd, and we're flowing into the white northern dog season of heart. So that's going to be excited. And the heart is the emotional self, the emotional or mammalian, like the animalistic self, right? That warm-blooded animalistic self. We also have this 52-day castle of time that we're flowing through until February 3rd, Friday, February 3rd. And that is the green central castle of enchantment. And for me, I've really dialed into the idea that enchantment, this idea of like casting spells, really gaining clarity and alignment within your thoughts, your words, and your actions, and bringing those into alignment, because that's how we create that magic. That's our power of manifestation and creation, is through aligning thought, word, and deed. So there's that. Then we have this 28-day lunar cycle that we're flowing through until the 6th of February. That is the resonant moon of attunement. And those keywords are, they're right here. I'm going to check. I know attunement is one of them. Channel, inspire, and attunement. And then, of course, we have the 13-day wave spell that we're flowing through. We're on day 12 of that, this blue ego wave spell. Those code keys are create, vision, and mind. In the last couple days, I've put it together because I've really been focused, and I like to connect with the moon and spirit and get messages to post on my Instagram and Facebook and inside the harmonic.us, these moon messages on the new moon and the full moon. So as we've gotten closer to the new moon, that's tomorrow, I've been flowing through and like really kind of feeling through what the energetics of this new moon are bringing up for me and to share with the collective. And it dawned on me, this whole idea, the last 12 days, we've been flowing through the Mayan Galactic Calendar energetics of create, vision, and mind. And how perfect that aligns with. So tomorrow, no, I'm sorry, I lied. The new moon is Saturday, not tomorrow. So tomorrow wraps the Blue Eagle wave spell. It's the last day. It's day 13, the cosmic tone. It's the last day that the energetics and code keys of create, vision, and mind are really going to be prevalent. They're always around us. Again, all of the energetics, all of the time, and we can tune into them whenever we need to, which is a really great opportunity for me to remind you, even if you're not coming to this video today, like on this White Crystal Worldbridger day, that's okay. You have been energetically pulled into this transmission on purpose, for a purpose. You need to hear this for whatever reason in the now moment that you're currently in. So shoot. But we've had this opportunity to really gain clarity about what vision are we creating within our mental body? Like what is it that we want to create, and who is it that we want to be as we move forward? And what a perfect opportunity for all of that, those energetics that we can tune into, tap into, and really gain clarity about that, to plant those intentions into this new moon that's coming on Saturday. And the new moon in Aquarius, which is what's coming up Also, like, so I'm a huge fan of the symbol of the Aquarius sign. Aquarius is an air sign, but the symbol of Aquarius is the maiden pouring out water onto dry land. So we have all of the three of the four elements incorporated into Aquarius. We have the air sign. Air is connected to our mental body. We have the water element, which is connected to our emotional body. And we have the dry land or earth, which is connected to our physical body. So again, it's another sort of energetic compass point directing us to the alignment of heart, mind, body. And then, of course, spirit or energetics. Shoot. I should probably take that, but now's not a good time. So anyway, I'm going to dive into this. So that brings us to today, the White Crystal Worldbridger Day. I'm going to read the White Worldbridger, the energetic code keys and the message. So I'm going to read from this. So this is the, right here is the glyph, the White Worldbridger glyph. It's number 6 of the tribes. White is associated with the direction north, and that code key is the word tied to the northern directional point for the white tribe is refines. So something in our world is being in our own inner world is being refined on an energetic level. Maybe we know what that is. Maybe it's on an unconscious level. The code keys are equalizes, death, and opportunity. The quote comes from the Maori, and I didn't know who the Maori were, so I looked it up really fast. Again, just to really, like, I didn't even click on a link. I just looked at what the Google search gave me. They are a New Zealand Polynesian people. And what I do know is that the Polynesians flowed with and followed this 1320 universal flow of time. So they would have utilized and participated in this Mayan Galactic Calendar. Like the Polynesians understood that mathematical flow of time, this 13:20, that ratio of time, right? So the quote is, "You were, you will be. Know while you are." Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start over. Quote, "You were, you will be. Know this while you are. Your spirit has traveled both long and afar. It rose from the source. To the source it returns. The spark which was lighted eternally burns." And that's the Maori, Maori, if you'd like to look them up. Worldbridger represents revelation, realization of the mortality of the physical body, the organic balance of life and death, the realm of neutrality which facilitates bridging and connection, intimate exchange with the spirit of the ancestors. Okay, I think that's really cool because the northern direction and shamanic way of thinking points to our ancestry and our lineage and our, like, the kind of the wisdom of the ancients. So that's kind of cool because the white tribe is associated with the direction north. And so now it's saying, like, an intimate exchange with the spirit of the ancestors as we are, dialed into this northern directional flow. And again, nothing is accidental, y'all. All these things really do align. Like when you begin to unpack and look at like all of the different things that are spirit related, there's a lot of synchronicity, and I think that the more we can look at the many and begin to pull out, like, okay, where is it all pointing us? That's the closer that we're going to get to truth. Are we ever going to get to absolute truth? I doubt it. Probably not in this plane of existence, at least. There's too many things that are convoluting truth. But the wider vision that we can cast, like the net that we cast to bring in information, the better opportunity we have of really like getting closer and closer and like honing in on like what's actual truth, because truth exists through the flow of the masses, if that makes sense. As a force of equalization, the inevitability of death humbles us all. As we contemplate how all things have an eventual ending, we are drawn to the richness of the now. With the perception that death equals opportunity, we find a sacred key that speaks not only of our imminent passing beyond this physical body, but also in regards to ego death. So that's a sacred key. Death equals opportunity, the releasing of this ego. By continually shedding what no longer serves, we learn to yield to death as a natural overturning of cyclical processes. Releasing identities and surrendering attachments grants us access to new worlds. I'm going to read that again. Releasing identities and surrendering attachments, which is what we were just talking about, grants us access to new worlds. Worldbridger asks, what within your life is asking to be let go of or ended to make way for a new cycle to begin? What is that? Can you muster up the courage, especially with the new moon right around the corner, to release it, to really allow it to dissipate and let it go? What is discovered when you contemplate our human mortality? How can we overcome fear of death and find trust in the journey? How can we honor the reality of death in all its facets as a sacred ally of life? Let us welcome the power of death to liberate us from self-defeating habits, fears, and limitations. A succinct mantra for aligning with Worldbridger power is, I surrender to opportunity. And then the end quote at the end here is, quote, when you know that you are only wearing the body, which can be destroyed, that you are the reality which activates the body and cannot be destroyed, how can you be afraid? And that's from Peace Pilgrim. I'm going to read that one more time. When you know that you are only wearing the body, which can be destroyed, and that you are the reality which activates the body and cannot be destroyed. So that's who you truly are. How can you be afraid? I love that. I love exploring this concept of death and yeah, like how we hold on so tightly, right? So hold on loosely if you're able to. Find your way to that, right? Like it's a process, it's a journey. Find your way, become more conscious and aware of where are you holding, like gripping so, like have a death grip on that thing, right? Like can you hold on loosely? Like you don't have to let it go necessarily unless it's not serving you. And it's like if it's dead, like if you squeeze it to death and it needs to go, maybe just open up. But kind of hold on to life a little loosely, right? All right, tone 12, the crystal tone of creation. Those 3 code keys are dedicate, universalize, and cooperation. 12 represents the maximum evolution of form. It's attainment of complete complexity. That comes from 28 meditations on the law of time. Having dissolved rigidity in tone 11, the crystal tone presents a higher order of coordination, offering complex stability, creative cohesion, and comprehensive vision. Here, we perceive the coherency of the whole as a composition of the related parts, honoring the elaborate inner workings of life as a mandalic synthesis. Central tone asks us to universalize, to translate our knowledge and insights that they may be universally applicable, relevant, and shareable with all, assisting the elevation of the common good. Tone 12 affirms that we ourselves embody the highest qualities of internal and social architecture, like a crystal with its unique facets that contribute to the totality of its beauty. So, Tone 12 reminds us to honor and celebrate the diverse features and contributions of individuals, which constitute the power of a strong, interdependent community. Tone 12 offers the recognition that in a healthy, whole system, the needs of the individual are met by the collective, and in return, the individual feeds the aspirations of the collective. May we strive to collaborate with one another, combining our gifts and enhancing our efforts, while remaining clear and lucid in the grace of our autonomy. Every 13 days around the world, groups of natural time trackers meet regularly on crystal days to share their accounts of completed adventures and to determine new adventures to undertake. These gatherings, known as round tables or counts of the kin, are specifically held on crystal days because Tone 12 models cooperation. These circles exhibit the cohering power of acknowledging all participants as carrying equal right and responsibility, while organized around a central unifying focus. All are universally welcomed to contribute their personal energy and dedication to the constructive functioning of the whole. That's cool. So we have that energetic ability today to join the round table energetically, right? Like just meditate on that. Like, what adventures have you been on and what's to come? Maybe we could create our own. Crystal declares every being has a place in the formation. Our individual efforts of perseverance and commitment are invaluable. As we work in concert with one another, a powerful synergy emerges, a crystalline configuration which equals more than the sum of its parts. May we each experience ourselves as integrated components of a network of divine creativity. The end quote comes from Samuel Beast. I don't know who that is. If you do, let me know in the comments. Every individual is a detail of the whole pattern. So we are a detail within the whole pattern, the whole fabric of the universe. All right, so let's see. We have a daily affirmation today that I'm going to read. Let me in. All right, I'm keeping my phone over here. We're going to see how that works. I usually hold it like right underneath the camera, but we're going to see how this goes because this way I don't have to hold it. I like to talk with my hands, y'all. I dedicate in order to equalize. Universalizing opportunity, I seal the store of death with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of endlessness. I dedicate in order to equalize. Universalizing opportunity, I seal the store of death with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of endlessness. So that's the daily affirmation. And then today, this day 12. Again, the link is in the description box to the Blue Eagle Wave Spell link within astrodreamadvisor.com. If you want to follow along, click on that and scroll to day 12. The question for us to ponder upon the energetics of today is, oh no, there's two. So what are they? How can I utilize my relationships to explore and expand any of my self-limiting constructs? And how do I inspire cooperation? So how can I utilize my relationships to explore and expand any of my self-limiting constructs? And how do I inspire cooperation? Those are the questions to ruminate upon today, maybe journal about. White Worldbridger qualities: change, transformation, release, multidimensional consciousness, surrender, control, revelation, death, rebirth, transmutation, forgiveness, humility. All very good words. In this lifetime, you are being asked to release and surrender. Surrender is the opposite of giving up. It is freeing yourself from the desire to be in control. letting go of how you think things should be. Surrender is freedom. You are being invited to release yourself from the bondage of preconceived action, to let everything be all right as it is, so that you can live a more inspired life in the moment. You are being asked to take action in the process of surrender and release. You are requested to die a symbolic death, to surrender your limiting beliefs. Symbolic death unveils the self by cutting away the outgrown parts of yourself that no longer serve you. In such death, ego structures fall away to reveal the garden of the true self. Look for the new ways of being, new people, new ideas, and new directions that will move into the vacuum created through surrender and release. Like yeast, surrender enlivens and empowers you to experience more of life's fullness. Holding on to the past patterns and grievances only limits the possibilities. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Let go. Surrender whatever limits you. Face whatever you are resisting. In the experience of any loss, it is never too late to complete. In the experience of any loss, it is never too late to complete. Through your willingness to walk in the dark forest, insights and revelations will naturally emerge. Accept the truth of your present situation. Through accepting what is, you are free to go forward. Change and growth become easier and more natural. Each experience in this enlivened state of surrender allows for more joy. The color for White Worldbridger is forest green. You, like the symbol of the evergreen tree, are alive and green amidst the process of apparent death and transformation of winter. Green creates a feeling of balance and restful calm. It is restorative and healing, grounding and centering. If you wish to access the power of White Worldbridger, visualize forest green. And this is from me, because what's coming up is, or go outside for a walk, really get into the greenery that exists around you. Even if you're somewhere where it's snowy and white, right? Like there's still the green coniferous trees, right? The pine trees have green needles. Like there's still that green out in nature. So if you get outside, maybe go for a quick walk, brisk, wherever you are, and mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically ground yourself into Mama Nature, right? Like the earth, that forest green, the natural world that we find ourselves in. That would be awesome for today. And begin to really see around you as we are flowing through. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the winter time. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're in the summer, right? So you're in like, if you're in the summertime, that's like everything is just lush and bursting with life and liveliness, right? If you're in the winter, you look around you and you realize this cycle of death flowing into rebirth, into death and rebirth. And we are a part of that natural cycle. I don't exactly know how we flow into that. I don't know if any of us really truly do, but we are a part of it. It's very prevalent around us. So today is this idea of releasing the attachments that we have so that we can really accept our life as it is and allow what needs to die, the opportunity to die, to let it go. Anyway, that's the energetics of today, this White Crystal Worldbridger day. As always, beautiful love light. Time is the most precious and creative gift that we can share with one another. And I'm so very thankful that you have chosen to come in here to listen and learn along with me. And if there are things you want to share, please put them in the comments. I would love to learn from you too. We are all students and we are all teachers. But I just appreciate you sharing your time with me. And I hope that you also appreciate the time that I have shared with you as well. It's such a beautiful, again, creative precious gift. So thank you so much. I do not take it lightly. If you want to continue to flow with me, again, all the links are in the description box below. Kind of talked about it ad nauseum at the beginning, so I'm not going to hammer on it anymore. But they do exist in the description box below, so feel free to just poke around. If you got value from this, I would really appreciate it if you would click that thumbs up for me. Helps me to get more eyeballs on this video. And with my small following, I need y'all to help me organically grow. Share it. If you think there are people who would get value from today, if you know someone who's a white world bridger, or especially a white crystal world bridger, please share this video with them. Again, if you want more of this content, click the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when I go live. Yeah. Comment if you have things that you want to share with me. I want to communicate and connect with you. Beautiful love lights. I'm so thankful that you're here and that we are experiencing this wild, weird, wonderful world and experience of life together. Until we see each other again, beautiful love light. Go shine. I love you so much. See you next time.